Hello everyone, welcome back to One United on our daily news. And I'm gonna tell you guys, it was a really crazy day yesterday, especially with regards to transfer for Sergio Reguilon. But before I continue, as always, please like the video and of course subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. So on Sergio Reguilon, crazy. I'm gonna tell you, it's crazy. Yesterday, I think I shared with you guys that a lot of credible outlets like Fabrizio Romano and few outlets from Spanish, like Marca, like Felix Diaz, they said that the Sergio Reguilon deal is really close. It will happen, just a matter of time, very soon. Even this one of them said that it might be done today or later today or early tomorrow, barring any unexpected event happens. And you know what? The unexpected event did happen. Spurs suddenly swoop in and looks like they have hijacked the deal for Reguilon. Seems like Reguilon will be going to Tottenham Hotspurs instead of United. Even Fabrizio Romano has confirmed Spurs has submitted a bid. Felix Diaz, Marca, really reliable source for Madrid, any Real Madrid news, they said that the Reguilon United to move now is off, and talk with Spurs is ongoing. Even Duncan Castle in his transfer podcast yesterday confirms the same thing, and now ESPN have come out and said it's practically a done deal. So this is quite a surprise and shock development. All of a sudden Spurs came in and swoop. Seems like Spurs always likes to try to hijack our players. Bruno Fernandes, Van der Beek, and now Reguilon. So it's something that it's really crazy. I'm quite surprised of this development, but I'm gonna tell you what. If we do not have the window that we have right now, with all the stuff going on, with all the Glazers out trending going on right now, if we already have Sancho wrap up right now, if he's already at United, and then we have Van der Beek on top of that, I don't think a lot of fans would be furious or be frustrated that the Spurs sort of hijacked this Reguilon deal. Because I'll tell you what, firstly, he's not priority. Just that an opportunity presents itself for us to sign a really good player, a really good left back, since we're a bit short in that area. So we try and act upon it. But if it doesn't happen, but this is a big but. As I was saying yesterday, and still insisted, or reports by those credible outlets that said that the deal is close. Even then, they still said that United and Madrid and Real are still discussing on the buyback clause, because it seems like Real is really adamant to include that buyback clause. So it looks like whatever deal that Spurs did with Real is that they are willing to accept the buyback clause. Let me get this straight. I totally agree with United and Ole if they do not want that buyback clause. Because think about it. We are a big club. We have a prestige. We have a stature. We have a way of doing things. We don't, simply accept things like buyback clause. No disrespect to Spurs. They may have a different MO, a different thinking on how to do business, but I don't think United should absolutely accept that buyback clause. I'm gonna give you an example. Imagine, let's say, Real wanted to buy Greenwood, and we say, fine, 50 million buyback clause, for 60 million buyback clause within 3 years. Do you think Real gonna accept that? They're gonna say suck up to us too. So for us not accepting that buyback clause, I think is the right thing. Like I said, we're a big club. We don't act like a feeder club or like a small club mentality, accepting buyback clause. Imagine if we accept buyback clause. I heard reports saying that Spurs gonna pay 30 million euros for Reguilon, and the buyback clause gonna be 35 million euros. So what it means is that, let's say within 3 years. So what it means is that within that 3 years, let's say after 1 year and a half, suddenly Reguilon performs really well, suddenly becomes a really good player, and then Real can just we want him back. Take this 35 million and he's back. He will come back to Madrid, and Spurs cannot do anything about it because it's the terms. It's different from a first refusal or sell on clause, whereby first refusal we have to offer the player to the previous selling club first before we offer it to anyone else. I think that's what we have with Memphis Depay, right? So, but buyback clause, it simply means that the player can, or the selling club, once they feel they wanted to play it back, they can just come, give us money and take it back, and there's nothing we can do about it. So simply said, a buyback clause is kind of like a glorified loan, long-term loan deal, you know. So I don't think United should be accepting that kind of deal, right? But I can see a lot of friends is really pissed off, frustrated right now, because seems like Spurs have hijacked us, you know, have get one over us. But like I said, the frustration, you know, comes more from the fact that the overall transfer window that we had right now, as of today, you know, it's not specifically on the Reguilon issue or on the Reguilon deal. Like I said, if we already have Sancho right now, you know, Van der Beek is here, I don't think many of the fans would be pissed off. I think they would see what United trying to do, you know, not accepting the buyback clause, because I think that's a sensible thing to do. I really agree with that. But you know, the way we're doing things right now, especially on the Sancho deal, I will talk about that later on, it's really, you know, annoying and pissing the fan base, you know, and that's been compounded by this story today on Spurs hijacking the Reguilon deal. So what we're gonna do about it now? I don't think we're gonna go and match Spurs on that, especially on accepting the buyback clause, because if Spurs accept the buyback clause, then Real would do the business with them. Now I think it's only a matter of Spurs convincing Reguilon whether he wants to come to Spurs, because I think Reguilon has set his heart on coming to United. But having said so that he has set his heart coming on to United, the fact that Real still adamant to put that buyback clause means that Reguilon himself doesn't mind that buyback clause. Because I think I've said to you guys, reported before in my previous video, that the report saying that Reguilon still feels that he wanted to play for Real in the future, right? So that, I think that's one of the reasons why Real is really adamant or hell-bent on still having that buyback clause in the in any deal if it were to transpire. So we might came out, you know, in the long term, came out good from, you know, not getting this deal done. But I can see why a lot of people pissed off. I really can say I really understand you guys. But firstly, like I said, this is not a priority signing, because just an opportunity came, we tried to sign. But if it didn't materialize because of things like buyback clause, then I can accept that, you know, I can accept that. But accept this isolated case, not the overall transfer window, the way it is going right now. And we still have Telles as an option. He has been offered to a lot of clubs, including us, and 20 million euros, I think. And Porto is open to sell. So looking at this, since it's not look like we're gonna get centre back, you know, purchasing centre back, we're gonna wait for Upamecano. So that seems to be the way it will go now. So I think we might go for Telles if we do need another. Ole feels that he needs another left back to cover for Shaw or to compete with Shaw, so we might go in back for Telles. But I expect if that were to happen, it's gonna be really late. It's gonna be really like through the end of the window. I think United might focus on Sancho first. Talk about that later on. Focus on Sancho first, then going back for Telles. I think, which hopefully is still available by the time. But if we do go back for Telles, I think it will be a really quick deal, because the fee is not that high. Telles, the selling club, so it is open to sell. The place wants to come, so I think if we do go for Telles, it might be as quick as the way Van der Beek deals go. So that's my opinion on Telles and Reguilon. Moving on to Sancho. Sancho. Okay. So apparently, I think Doncaster said that said that Sancho apparently has told a lot of his teammates in Dortmund that he's still confident that he will come to United this window, right? Not sure how credible that is, or that's just a smoke screen, you know, to keep us happy. And another story that kind of pissed me off, you know, I think will piss a lot of fans off, is that United apparently is, you know, waiting until the final week of the transfer window in doing this deal with Sancho, so that they feel that once it reached to that point, Dortmund will cave into the offer and might even give a discount because they're paying, because they want to sell, and they might cave into United's offer, which I think is bullshit. Firstly, like I said, they don't have to sell. They are in no situation of pressure at all to sell Sancho. Like I said, they have just renewed his contract, and they are in total position of strength in terms of negotiation. So I don't see a situation where Dortmund will cave in. They will not cave in. They will demand the same thing, which we have known the price for months now, right? For months, except months, we know the price. And for United, to come out and make this kind of, tactics, this kind of attitude or way of doing dealings in transfer, really annoys me, really pisses me off. Considering this is a marquee signing, this is a priority signing, first in the packing order in terms of priority, a player that will push us to the next level, a player that publicly wants, I think for 18 months now, we all know that Ole wants this player. And the fact that we already have a deal in place with Dortmund since July, as per Fabrizio Romano, I think I spoke about this yesterday, but yet we didn't submit a bid or try to renegotiate the deal, really baffles me. I am mad at this fact right now. Another day without Sancho, the more pissed off I will be. And like I said, as of now, I'm still 100% sure it will come. But if by today, end of the day, there's no more concrete reports on Sancho coming to United, my confidence from 100% will reduce to 80%. And if by next week still no news, it's going to be 80%. And the week after, which is the final week of the window, approximately the final week of the window, it'll be 20%. So that's at least my personal opinion on how I felt about this deal on Sancho. But the board, according to Duncan Castle, said that they reassure Ole that they will get Sancho. Well, I'm not sure how reassuring they are, saying the way they do things. But I know, if looking at how United do things, if I can relate to Bruno Fernandes and Harry Maguire deal, we do leave it late until the end of the window, and we do get some discount per se, like 5-6 million. I think that's what United are trying to look at. It's more of credibility or saving. I'm not saying saving face. I think more on showing people that we don't cave in that easy. We don't just pay whatever you want. We will negotiate till the wire. We are willing to negotiate until the end of the transfer window. I think just to show that we are not pushovers. So I'm not sure if that's good. In a way, I can see how is that, why they want to do that. In terms of long term, in terms of dealings or future dealings. But when it comes to priority signing like this, I can see they want to wait. They want to deal, negotiate. But if it's before, we only have how many days? We only have 4 or 5 days before the first game of the season in the league, and we still haven't done deals for the players. I think that's really bad, and then that's pure idiocy. That's stupid. Fine, you want to negotiate, take your time to negotiate. You don't just want to cave in. You just don't want to look at pushover. But at least you have a deadline yourself. Okay, what the manager needs this player before the start of season, before the first game. Let's wrap this deal up at least 10 days before. Have something sensible deadline, such as that. But they're willing to go over the line, waiting until the end of the transfer window. that really pisses me off. That really shows lack of ambition. I know the need to negotiate, but that shows lack of ambition. So that's on Sancho. Not much in terms of updates. Let's hope that the news that Sancho told his teammate he's confident he will be United player this window is true. That's the only thing I can claim now. Hope. Pathetic, right? So moving on to Thiago. Just some minor reports. Built which is a credible report when we talk about Bayern Munich, said that Liverpool feels that the report that Liverpool still feels that 30 million euros is still a lot, is quite high for Thiago. So that might be a good news in terms of Liverpool not pursuing Thiago, especially that now Wijnaldum looks like he's gonna stay. But they also say that United are yet to contact Bayern, but have contacted their agents. See, typical United, right? Contact FC. What else? Considering FC, monitoring FC, looking into FC. Typical United in this transfer, not just this transfer, but every transfer window. Anything since Alex left, you know, we have been really poor in terms of doing dealings. So that's on Thiago. Not much to report, just that same thing from mainstream media. It's the same. Personal terms might have been agreed, you know, since we have contacted agents, but we are waiting to maybe until the final day of the window, until final day or final week of the window, same as Sancho's supposedly tactics that we're going to do. And on outgoings, apparently Fabrizio Romano said the deal for Smalling is apparently not off. I reported it was off yesterday. Sky Sports said it is off, but apparently it was not off yet. Talks still ongoing, so we'll see what happens there. We can't even offload players now, so if we have already offload 2-3 players, I don't think it will be an issue getting Sancho, you know, because of the money, or getting Thiago over the line. But since we are incompetent, you know, in offloading players, let alone incomings, so this is what happens. You know, this is what happens. So that's on Smalling, very brief. And lastly, I'm not sure if this is even a good news or this is even true, or might be even a brief from the club itself. You know, they said that Mbbape apparently told his friends that he is interested in coming to Manchester United. Now, even if that is true, you know, cue our board to mess this up. You know, to take to take forever to do this deal and end up not paying, and the deal broke down. Typical Manchester United. So that's what I have for you for today. Oh, one more thing, I think some of you might be interested or invested in this. Apparently, Gareth Bale will be going to Spurs as well. So especially Spurs is doing a double deal with Real. You know, when they talk about Reguilon, they have asked inquired about Bale as well. So Duncan Castle has said in his transfer report, saying that Reguilon and Bale will both go to Spurs. So that's you know, I'm speechless now. Speechless. I don't know what to talk anymore regarding United transfer. So just like I said, the only thing I have clinging now is hope. So I'm still hoping Sancho will come. Virtual will come. So if it's only gonna be Sancho and Van der Beek, so it is what it is. But I still hope Sancho will come. That's a priority signing. It's the most important thing. And we can't wait for like someone like Upamecano next window. Okay, that's what I have here for today. Of course, please like the button again and subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. So I'm gonna meet you guys on the next video. Let's hope. That's good news. See you guys. Thanks for viewing. Bye bye.